Now let us look at the first body type, and it is Brahma Sattva. The word Brahma, Brahma actually means the creator, the one who creates by thinking. And there is a very beautiful animation, The Crow. You will find it online on YouTube. In this animation, there is a character who can create by thinking, and this is what exactly Brahma stands for, the one who can create by thinking. So it was there in all ancient cultures, this concept. Now, someone who's so connected to the one who is creating is Brahma Sattva. That means he's in connection with the divine consciousness. That is Brahma Sattva. For example, you have a developer of a program, okay, and you're using that program, but you know exactly how that program was developed, so you are in a position to change it or to use it properly, or you understand the person who is developing all these things, right? So you are in a very powerful position, and you are aligned to that person. So this is Brahma Sattva. He knows what is happening, why it is happening. He is in alignment with the providence, he is in alignment with divine will, and this makes him Brahma. He is very close to Brahma or the creator. Let me read this shloka first. Tadyada shuchim satyabhisand jitatmanam सर्व संविभागिनम ज्ञान विज्ञान वचन प्रतिवचन संपन्नम स्मृतिमंतम काम क्रोध लोभ मान मोहेर्ष्या हर्ष अमर्ष पेताम समम सर्वभूतेषु ब्राह्मं विद्या. So let us take these properties one by one, and I'll try to explain with example. The first property is Shuchi. This word Shuchi, it means without filth, without dirt, without any kind of pollution, okay. And this means that Shuchi means they're completely pure, whether it is in body or in mind, okay. Manasa vacha karmana, that means mind, their speech and their behavior. Everything is Shuchi, everything is pure. Their body stays pure, okay, and their mind obviously is pure. There is no cloudiness of thoughts and emotions like hatred, anger, desire and all that. It's not like these thoughts never occur in their mind, but they don't attach themselves to these thoughts. Say for example, a lot of cars are passing on the road and you're sitting on the roadside, and you watch all the cars, and suddenly you see some very beautiful car or some very bad car, so you want to run and catch that beautiful car, and you want to run and destroy the bad car, the ugly looking car. So that kind of a hyperactivity or unnecessary action happens with people who are full of rajas and tamas, but that doesn't happen with Brahma Sattva. So his mind is so clean, so pure, that all these thoughts have zero impact. They do not impact his mind, his speech and his behavior. Let me give you an example of Krishna. Krishna is directly connected with the divine, and he knows exactly what to do, and therefore he advises Arjun that you should not put down your weapons when the humanity needs support. So see, this is a very big statement, because normally a good person will believe that I should not kill, I should not hurt, I should not harm anyone. But here Lord Krishna, since he is connected with the divine, he is completely clear in his mind, and he says that this is the time when you have to assist humanity. So do something for which you are born. You're born a Kshatriya, so follow your Swadharma and kill the people who need to be killed. So to have such kind of clarity, it can happen only when you're connected with the divine. Same thing goes for Lord Ram. Same thing goes for Guru Nanak, for Guru Tegh Bahadur, all these people. Jesus Christ, he was killed actually. And when he was killed, he prayed for all the people who killed him. He said that, please God, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. So that is also you're connected to divine, because he knew the scheme of divine, he knew providence, and he did not resist because he knew that this was his role in this entire play. He had to die, so he did not resist. He was also a Brahma Sattva, and he was aligned with the thought process. He fought back because that was his role to play. So, you see, if we look at these people separately, then they look so different. Someone is telling you to kill, someone is telling you not to kill. If you look at Lord Buddha, he was also in unison with divine, but he said that non-violence is the best thing, because these people, they came at different points in time and they knew exactly what to do at that point in time. They were connected with the divine. They knew what was their role to play. They knew exactly. They had no confusion, no hesitation. They had no need to go exploring that, okay, I should do this or I should not do this. They were so clear. Joan de May, she was so clear, such a small girl leading French army. There has to be some kind of divine message that led her to do so. Why? Because she was in connection with divine. She knew her role. She has to, fight against evil. So that is Brahma Sattva, and these people are very highly evolved people. They are the highest form of human intelligence, human heart that can exist on this earth. So these, because they're so pure, they are Shuchi. They are pure in their mind, they're pure in their speech. They will not have hate speech. They will not speak out of anger. They will speak from the deep calmness of their mind. And also they are Shuchi, or they're clean in their behavior. They do exactly what is required to be done. Lord Krishna, he said, Yoga Su Karma Kaushalam. That means when you're connected, yoga means to be connected, to be in unison. Yoga results in perfection in work, perfection in behavior, perfection in your karma. These people are the people who have achieved that perfection in their karma because they know exactly what to do.